In this video, we are given the graph which represent the function f of x and g of x. And then we can see that f of x is basically a cubic function because it has to the power 3. And we can see that g of x is a straight line, right? Awesome. So let's see. This is our f of x, and this is our g of x. Okay. Then we are given point D and A are the x-intercepts of f. Let's see. D is there, it's on the x-axis, but you can see that D is also the turning point of f of x, because that's where the graph is turning then. So I'll just say TP to remind me, even B is the TP. A is the x-intercept, but we can see that A is also the x-intercept of G and also for F. You see, it's a common point where the two graphs meet. So I know that, okay, getting A, I can either use f of x or g of x. And also, this point here is a common point between the two, is the y-intercept, which is -2. And you can see that your y-intercept is -2 there. And also here, it's -2. And then they say, the graphs of f and g intersects at A and C. And also here, they didn't tell you this one, but yeah, also on C. Perfect. Now they want us to determine the coordinates of A. The first question, they say, determine the coordinates of A. Okay. So we need to get A. This is what we're trying to get, right? This guy here. This is what we're trying to get. And since A is a common point, we can either use f of x or g of x. But in this case, I'm going to use g of x because g of x is a known function. All right. So I'm going to say, okay, A basically is the x-intercept, right? You can see that is on the x-axis, it's x-intercept. Therefore, we make y 0, right? Y equals to 0. Therefore, you replace this part with 0. So you have 0 is equals to x subtract 2. Then you take the 2, that side becomes 2 equals to x. And that is your answer for the x value, and then the y value is 0. Therefore, the coordinates of A will be 2 coordinate 0. Remember x first, then y. Awesome. And then now let's go to 2. On 2, they say show that A equals to 1 and C equals to 3 by a calculation. Okay. Which small a and small c are they talking about? They're talking about that small a and that small c. You see? Perfect. So we have f of x equals to ax cubed minus cx minus 2. And here we are trying to get the equation of the cubic function, basically. We need to get a and c. So remember, there are many ways to get the equation of a cubic function depending on what you have, right? In this case, I have the x-intercepts. I know both x-intercepts. Remember, we found that this one is 2 coordinate 0. So I have to use the x-intercept form of a cubic function, which is this. It's f of x equals to a x minus x1, x minus x2, x minus x3. All right. That is your x-intercept form. You have a cubic function usually has 3 x-intercepts, 1, 2, and 3. And this will be your x1, that will be your x2, that will be your x3. And then you'll substitute them there. Do you see? Or you can have this case. You can have this case where you only have 2. Ne? So this will be x1, x2. You see where you have the turning point, it's your 2 x's. So it's going to be x2 and x3. Ne? Where the turning point is, you must know that. That is very important. The x1 is just where it's alone. Ne? And then x2 and x3, it's where you have the turning point, which is our case in this case. You see, this one here, because it's alone, we will call it x1. This one here, I'm going to call it x2 and x3. All right, now we can substitute. We have f of x equals to a, right? Let's see, x minus x1, which is 2, and then x minus x2, which is -1. So I'm going to put -1 there. All right, I'll show you another way I could have done this. There's an easier way, but this you should know. It's very, very important. So I need us to discuss it. Okay. And then we're going to have x minus -1 again. Remember, I said the one that is on the turning point takes two values. Now let's simplify this and see what we're going to get. Okay. So we are going to have f of x is equals to a, and then let's FOIL there. Okay, before I FOIL, let me simplify this. It's going to be x minus, it's going to be +1, then another x +1, because negative and negative gives us positive. Awesome. And then from here we can FOIL. I'm going to FOIL these two first. I'm going to FOIL these two first. Sure. So x times x gives me x squared minus, it's going to be 1x minus 2x, which will end up being minus x and then -2. Then you're going to have x +1. And then we FOIL again. You have f of x equals to a. Then you're going to have x cubed. You are FOILing plus x squared minus x squared minus x minus 2x. Let's see. So this is x cubed, x squared minus x squared minus x minus 2x minus 2. All right. And then let's see, what does this simplify into? This simplifies into this. Let's see. It's going to be f of x equals to a x cubed. The x squares cancels, you see? So it's going to be minus 3x minus 2. Then we need to get the value of a, right? We need to get the value of a. Sharp. So to get the value of a, we can substitute any known point that we didn't use. So we used this point and that point. We didn't use this point. So we're going to substitute 0, coordinate -2. Right. Let's do that. So we're going to have a -2, which is our y, and then you have a. Then you can see that here is going to be 0 cubed minus 3, 0 minus 2. So you have -2 equals 2. Here you get -2 in total, so you're going to have -2a. Therefore, we can all see that a will be 1 if we divide by -2 both sides to isolate the a, right? And then now you can show that, okay, therefore, f of x is basically, you put it here, so it's 1, your a is 1, and then you have x cubed minus 3x minus 2. And then you multiply the 1 in, so 1x cubed minus 3x minus 2. All right, and then now I want to show you something, ladies and gents. Remember, we had f of x equals to ax cubed minus cx minus 2. You can see that, therefore, your a is aligned to there, so your a is 1. And then you can see that your c is 3. C equals to 3. Then you have shown it, right? Perfect. That is very, very important, but there's a quickest way I could have done this. I'll show you now. I'll show you now quickly. So guys, here we have this. We have f of x equals to ax cubed minus cx minus 2. If you were to check here, you have two unknowns. This is your first unknown. That is your second unknown, right? If you have two unknowns, ladies and gentlemen, and you have more than 2 points or 2 points on the graph, you can always do simultaneous equations. So I'm going to use these 2 points. So D, it's -1 coordinate 0. I'm going to just list everything I have. We have this point, which is 0 coordinate -2. And then we have point A, which is 2 coordinate 0. So you can use any of those 3. It doesn't matter which ones. So I'm going to pick, obviously, okay, this one we cannot use actually because it's going to make the x's zeros. And then we're gonna cancel our A, so we can't use this one. Right. So now let's substitute this. This is your x, that's your y, remember? This is your x, that's your y. So firstly, y is 0 equals to a -1 cubed minus c -1 minus 2. Let's simplify this. 0 equals to -a plus c, because this times that will give positive c minus 2. Then you take this one and that one, that other side. So it's going to be positive a, positive 2 equals to positive c. Then this is your equation 1. Now we're going to substitute that. So we're going to subs a into f. Even here I should have written subs d into f to make it nice and logical, sharp. So your y is still 0. Your x is 2 cubed minus c 2 minus 2. Right. Then 0 equals to, this is 8, so it's going to be 8a minus, where there's c, guys, you see this c is minus, then the c, I'm going to put that. It's a plus 2. Because our c, we're saying it's a plus 2 there. And then we have multiplied by 2, then minus 2. Now we can easily solve for a. Let's see. 0 equals to 8a. Then you're going to have minus. I'm going to multiply the 2 into this bracket. So it's going to be 2a plus 4 minus 2. And 0 equals to 8a minus 2a minus 4 minus 2. Then you can see that this gives you minus 6. So this minus 6, I'm going to take it that side to make it a positive 6. This one here gives us 6a. Therefore, you can see that a is 1 when we divide both sides by 6. Therefore, you can substitute there to get c. So it's 1 plus 2 equals to c. So 1 plus 2, which is 3. And then you have shown that a is this and c is that. Thank you very much for your attention, ladies and gentlemen. Keep on watching more videos from Math Fanatics 24/7. Your mathematics journey will be easy. Thank you very much. Aluta continua. Tango.